Fluidity in motion requires the coordination of many body parts, whether it's in rolling, pivoting on the hands, or simply walking up straight. If body parts cannot move individually, then they cannot move together well. Today's practice will focus on the hips, shoulders, and spine, and for that we want to go into the deep squat. Now, instead of simply following the patterns of movement that I do, in this video I'd like to challenge you to have a dialogue with the body, to keep doing the patterns until you feel like you got them right, and to keep the focus on the depth of movement. Instead of simply going through the motions, we want to go deep into the movement. Each movement we want to make it better than the previous one. The first move is to start taking the hips to the sides and really focus on stretching the lateral abdominal muscles with these moves. We want to start slow and we want to make each repetition slightly deeper. We want to keep the focus on the breath and we want to focus on the quality of movement. The focus when we do knee circles is to have the fluidity in motion and to make each circle slightly bigger and slowly add up more and more speed. What we want to really avoid is to add too much speed and too much depth in motion too fast. We want to focus on quality hip movement and we want to really try to get that fluidity. It helps to start with small circles, slow circles, and then slowly add up more speed, add up more hip motion, and then slowly building up to the right motion until it feels natural, it feels like it flows. Whenever the legs feel overwhelmed, it helps to just get up and shake off the legs, do a bit of jumping to get the blood flowing, to get the muscles ready to continue. If we don't move joints, they're going to inevitably be stiff. What we want to do now is move the shoulders with respect to the hips, move all those vertebrae in the back with respect to one another. For this motion, the hips lead. So the hips will go into these circles, and the shoulders, we want to keep the shoulders going up and down. So minimize lateral movement, they just go up and down as the spine follows the hips. Here we have a different kind of motion in which the shoulders, instead of the hips, lead. So we want to make these circles with the shoulders. Each circle slightly bigger. We want to build up the bigger circles, and the hips simply follow the shoulders. You see, the circle is a combination of two motions, up, down, and front, back. When we combine these, we get circles. What we want to focus on is, again, depth of motion, and we want to alternate sides. We take the focus now to lifting the torso using shoulder motions up and down, but also abdominal motions, and we want to combine the two. Again, the main focus of the movement is depth of motion. We want to get as much rotation of the shoulders with respect to the hips. We want to get deeper and deeper, and we want to keep the focus on the breath so that we don't lose it. So let us end the practice by shaking. We want to shake the hands, we can shake the shoulders, we can shake the legs, whatever feels good. The human body is literally the only tool that we have to manifest our thoughts, internal states, and emotions. Fluidity in the body will result in fluidity of the mind. Stiffness, on the other hand, will make us stiff in the mind as well. There's nothing mystical about it. What we do and how we do it determines who we are.